Right, and we are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us for the third live stream of today. Mark's joining me, Chris and Stevie. We're going to be playing Spectacular. This is a new game from Chili Fox Games, which is going to be released at Essen Spiel this year. This is not a sponsored video, so we can say what we want about the game. I've played this game 5 or 6 times already, and I wouldn't have played it 5 or 6 times already if I didn't like it. So I like it. There you go. I'll get that out there straight away. This is a simultaneous play game that, once you know how to play the game, probably takes about half an hour.
Wow.
Right. So for a game that only takes half an hour, I don't know what the printed play time is on the box. What does it say?
It says
20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay, there you go. But it's going to be a bit longer today because we're going to be explaining how to play. Now, Mark's played before. I've played about 5 times. You two haven't played at all.
I played half a game.
Oh, you played half a
Thursday
game?
night.
Yes.
I've played other Chili Fox games.
No, we played a full game.
Did we play a full
Yeah, we
game?
played
in
a
the
full
end?
game.
Yeah. It was a fairly rushed
It was
full
quick.
game.
It was quick. So we are creating a park to preserve endangered and vulnerable animals.
I've heard this one before.
Yeah. And we are trying to configure our park to score as many points as we can get. Points will be scored at the end of the game using the score pad provided. But we need to finish the setup. So what you've not seen is we each chose one of these player boards at random. The game takes up to 6 players. The boards are 2-sided. We're using the sunny side for your first game. The other side is a little harder. And then you take the box. Game comes with lots of little nice tuck boxes, which contains all of the stuff that you need for your particular animal, which is 10 of these tiles, I think it is. 4, 5, 6, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 of these tiles, 2 dice of each colour, and 5 workers. 1 of each colour, plus the wild one. You roll all of the dice and you place them down the left-hand side of your board. There is going to be one opportunity to do a mulligan of these dice before the game starts. So once I've explained the rules, you can choose to re-roll them if you want. And you also take the top 3 tiles and put them on the numbered spaces 1, 2, and 3. If you draw a tile that has part of a circle on it, at this point in the game, you must align it with the dotted line. It's only at this point.
If for 3 of them like that, it's okay, is it?
Yep, which I've done. And there is going to be an opportunity before the game starts to swap one of these, which I'll explain later on.
I've got one that's the same. So does that...
No, it's just put it on
just
at the
go
moment.
anywhere. Oh, it just rotates,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah, that's
So you're
it,
supposed to
sorry.
have put them 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3 in that order.
Oh, so yeah, I've got you.
Doesn't really matter too
No, I've
much.
got it. I was trying to do them the right way up.
Jimmy's asking, is it multiplayer solitaire? Very much so, because it is simultaneous play. Although you will see that there is drafting, and therefore you might want to, you can actually see what the players are going to be passing you, and you might want to take that into account. Right, we then each have one of these sideboards. Right, these sideboards are all identical, and you want to populate it with 1 tile of each colour. And 4 dice, 1 of each colour, which you roll and place on the spaces outside of the dotted line, although it doesn't actually matter at this stage.
Oh, my word.
I'm going to put them inside the dotted line,
Rebel.
just as I can.
I'm going to do what I'm told.
Okay. Where's the other one?
Penguins and turtles? You guys, I win.
Right, that is the setup of the game done. So, the game lasts for 15 turns, but it is divided into 2 parts. The first part is 8 turns, and then the second part is 7 turns. There is a timer, so you don't have to count them, but the scoring is very different at the end of the first part to the end of the second part. We'll go through that in a minute. But basically, in each of the 15 turns, what you're going to do is simultaneously, we will select 1 item from this board here and put it in here. So either a dice or a tile and put it in here. And you will take 1 item from here and put it in here. The reason for the N and the W is north and west, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So for example, I could take that and I could take that, right? But we all do that simultaneously because in my experience of playing this game, and I've played it 5 times already, something always gets out of sync.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how, but it's always happened. So everybody at the same time takes one item from here, puts it here, one item from here, puts it here. Then once we've all done that, we all then build. And you may build, you don't have to, but you generally want to, you may build the items that you have taken. If it's a tile, you put it on the board. If it's a die, you put it onto a tile. We'll go into the details of that more later on. Once everybody's done that, you pick up this board and you give it to the next player. And that is where there is a little bit of not player interaction, but if I can see
Foresight.
that there's that coming, and then that, unless you two take it, but then I look at your board and I think, I don't think he's going to take that. Oh, so that might be there when I need it. Okay, there's that. There's 8 items on this board, which means when this board is empty, that's the end of the first stage of the game. We do some scoring. And at that point, we then go into the second stage. The second stage will end when all of this is gone, because you have 15 things here.
Yeah.
So at the end of the game is when they've gone. Right. Let's talk about the rules for placement of tiles. You can put any tile anywhere you want.
Done with the rules.
You do not have to colour match. You do not have to try and match up the coloured circular parts if you don't want to.
And you don't have to place next to something that
You
already
don't. Nope.
exists.
Nope. You can put anything anywhere you want. This, by the way, is a pre-printed tile for. So for all purposes, it counts as a tile. I think that's right. I think you can put anything anywhere. Tiles must be placed on any empty hexagon of the park, including one that's not adjacent to a previously built tile, oriented in any direction. Don't need to match habitat. Don't need to match watchtower parts. Right. So anything can go anywhere. Dice, however, it's a bit trickier. So first of all, if it is just a space like this, then you can put any value on it, except a 6. You can't put a 6 onto one of these spaces yet. If there was a watchtower there, have we got the watchtowers out? We haven't got the watchtowers out. Watchtowers. Let's get right. So we'll explain how you build these, but if there was a watchtower here, then I can put a 6 on there. So you can't put a 6 unless there's a watchtower there. Your star animal can only have a 6 on it. You can't put any other dice on it. And you also have breeding grounds. Breeding grounds can only have a 1 or a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whenever you're placing a die, you can use one of these to modify it up or down by 1, and it does wrap round. So that can be quite useful. And I'll mention this now in case I forget later on. Just before scoring, you can use these to modify the dice. So you can modify them to meet the placement requirements, but you can also, if you've got them spare before scoring, you can modify them to get bigger numbers. Bigger numbers is generally better.
Yeah.
Right, I think that is the rules on placing dice. So let's talk a bit more about these watchtowers. So there's 3 different colours of watchtowers in the game, and as soon as you make a complete circle of the same colour watchtower, you immediately build a watchtower on it. You want to do that because at the end of the game, you will score the value of the dice surrounding a watchtower.
Mm-hmm.
And if the watchtower was not there, then you wouldn't get that. So you want to build watchtowers if you can. And once you have built a watchtower, you are then allowed to place a 6 on the tile. You can't put a 6 on there unless there's a watchtower there. So watchtowers are good. Right, scoring at the end of the first stage is every dice which can trace a path through other dice to your entrance will score the value of the dice. That's it. That's it. I mean, the rules actually say it a bit more complicated. They say something like you score the total value of the dice in every dice group adjacent to your park entrance, and a dice group is a set of dice adjacent to at least one other die in the group. So I basically think it's any die that can trace a path through other dice back to here will score the value of the die. That's stage 1 scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Stage 2 scoring is a little bit more complicated. What you do is you go through each habitat in order and you add up the total value of all of the dice that you have in that habitat and multiply it by the number of breeding grounds that have dice on them. So if you've got a massive green area with 5s and 6s but no breeding ground, no points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what you want to do, and did you do this in the last game? 4 breeding grounds in an area that was worth 20.
Mm-hmm.
That's a winning. You
Yeah.
can do that. Breeding grounds are, they're powerful, but they can only have 1s and 2s on them.
So is it the case that every tile is either part of a watchtower or a breeding ground?
Yes, I
Mhm.
believe so.
Ah, I didn't realise that.
And if you really want to know the breakdown of what tiles are in your thing, it's all here. You've got that there. So you score for each of the 4 habitats, and if you've got 2 different green habitats, they both score, but not together. They would score separately. You then score for the watchtowers, which, as I say, is the value of all of the dice around them. Then you count how many different animals you have in total, counting this one as your unique animal that nobody else will have. And then based on how many you've got, you get points. Now, don't underestimate this. This is huge.
It goes up to 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you've got 9 different animals or fewer, no points. But it really ramps up. It can be a huge amount of points. And then if you're playing the advanced version of the game, there are goals. I've never played with the goals, but we will talk about them briefly at the end of the video.
Easy.
Sort of. If you build one of these tiles, you replenish it at the end of the turn. And these tiles will be repopulated between stages 1 and 2. Right. So before the game starts, there are 2 things that you can choose to do. There is a solo mode as well included in this game. So before the game starts, you can...
My tower can never be built because it's like that.
Well, this is where this rule is. You may swap one and only one of your starting tiles with one of the 3 tiles in your personal display. Tip: it is recommended to do this if you have drawn 2 watchtower parts of the same colour.
Like me.
I mean, you could, because you can pick up
Yeah.
more yellow ones from here. So, Mark, do you want to?
I am going to swap.
But basically, you can swap one of these 3 for one of those
I'm gonna
3.
swap. Do I want the grey one or do I want the black one? I want the
Question.
grey one.
And I am going to swap. I'm going to swap that
Question.
one with that one. Yep.
X.
I believe that's for the advanced rules.
Okay.
I hope so. Otherwise, it's a misprint.
I also have. Yeah.
Check so that I
Here.
want to swap one
So I
for
just wanted
colours or not. To make a big group of yellowness.
Yeah.
But then I can make a big group of
Greyness.
greyness. So no, I think I'll just keep it.
And then also, before the game starts, you may choose any number of dice in your personal display and re-roll them once. So I am going to re-roll both of my greens because...
Re-rolling.
Yeah, they were a bit pointless.
6 of mine.
Yeah. I'm going to keep that.
Just
I'm going to...
Looking for a pair in this game.
Stay out the black and in the red. Okay. It's better, I think. Right, are we all ready? So what I would suggest that we do is, rather than play simultaneously just for the first couple of rounds, we won't play simultaneously, just to make sure everybody's got it.
Right.
But then after that, it should be fine.
Give the viewers their money's worth.
Okay, so
Lead off.
round 1, turn 1. Well, we can take at the same time. So everybody take an item from there and take an item from there.
This is a bit rubbish.
What'd you call me?
This is a bit rubbish.
sure.
Is it too early to be moaning already?
Yes.
You know me so well.
Okay, so I'm going to take that. And I'm going to take... blooming penguins, not penguins, terrapins.
I don't even know what mine are. My sloths, are they? A little baby dinosaur.
I'll take that
Honey
one.
badger.
Right, so we've all taken items. I'm now going to place my items in here, so I'm going to put that one there, and I'm going to put that one there. Controversial.
That's not that bad.
What you got?
I've got a Honu goes here. This, which I'm gonna use.
It's a green sea turtle.
No, it's Honu. That's Hawaiian for green sea turtle.
All right. Okay.
And so I'm gonna use the gray worker to turn the 5 to a 6.
Yeah.
And fill that in because since it's next to the start, it feels like it's quite important to fill that one in.
Seems good. Right, I'm gonna put my yellow lion there, and put this one, I think, there.
Mark.
Got my lion just here. And I've got my dwarf just. Where do I want my dwarf? Just there, maybe?
And then we pass these boards on. And that's turn 1 done. You can see why this is a 30-minute game. From the rules, in a 1 to 4 player game, remove the common animal of the tiles marked with X. Oh, thank you. I didn't realise this. I'd been playing it wrong.
And we
So
extra ourselves.
that's what the X's are for. Where's that then? Probably right at the start. In a 1 to 4 player game, return the common animal tiles marked with an X, 3 of each colour. Right. Well, we're not going to. Oh, we can fix it. Is it just that one? Can't fix that one. I might be able to swap it with.
Is there a similar one?
Yeah.
Well, I'll just swap it with that.
Yeah.
So we're taking out the X's.
So there's 2 of each colour.
That actually makes sense now, so that you probably 3 of each colour.
3 of each colour.
Yeah.
Do we have a grey one out already?
No.
Just this one. There.
There's the blue one's gone.
Oh,
There
there
you
it
go.
is.
Swap
Okay.
that one.
There's the other 2 greys.
Cool.
It's so hard to make a decision.
Yellow ones are gone. Green ones. No, there's another green one. There you go. Right. Thank you very much for that. There we go. So, shall we play simultaneously now? Are we okay?
Do
I
it all
should-
again.
Well, there's that. I definitely need that, but I also definitely need that. Oh, can't I have both?
It's terrible for me to
It's
have
awful.
the same thing.
Oh, I don't want that. Oh, yeah, actually, maybe I do. Maybe I do.
It's supposed to immediately, doesn't it?
End of the turn.
Ah.
Yeah. Everyone done?
Yep.
Everyone build?
That.
I've
I
got
like how
a-
we're building animals.
Yeah, that's the nomenclature that people settled on in Ark Nova that just kind of bugs me a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to build an elephant.
Sure. You can build a bear, but maybe not an elephant.
Okay.
Phil, and pass the boards.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Phil.
Beep, beep.
Coming through.
Thank you very much, Lee.
There you go.
I should be totally taking that.
Oh.
Totally taking
Oh, I'm
that.
definitely taking that.
You're turtly taking it.
Oh. Greasy turtle. Green sea turtle
It's
taking
not
it.
going anywhere, so
What if my tiles hate me?
they're all the wrong colour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
I kind of want to take one to rebuild something, so let's take that.
It's gone into
Dice.
melt mode.
All the dice.
And this is one thing I love about this game. It's so simple, but actually the decisions you make are quite involved.
Impactful, huh?
Is that going to come to me? It might come to me on that basis. Oh, flip.
Actually,
I did that wrong already.
This is already
Sure now.
very poor.
You can change your mind on what you take if you want.
Would I know what's
No,
left
but I
there?
built both
You do,
of those. That's
because that's what this
But
is.
this tells you that.
So you know exactly what's there.
Okay, all right, but I wouldn't know the order, would I?
No.
Thank you. All right. Oh, I want to know what the corners of them are, but there's none of those left. That's what I wanted to know. There's no more towers there.
They're both critical
That
areas.
was a critical thing. Right. Okay, no, just a few seconds and I'll I absolutely promise. It's poor, isn't it? I can't take one of those, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to, but that could come round. No, let's do this. Let's do that.
Right.
Oh man.
Build.
Yeah.
2 turns in, and the world is ended. Let's see. That might happen someday.
Oh, I've had to use that in order to make that 2.
This.
Actually,
Gone. This is that one. I'm gonna need that to come around from
I
somewhere.
forgot they can swap around. 6 can go to
6
a
can
1.
go to a 1. Yeah.
Ah, I forgot that.
Am I happy with it? No. Is it done?
Okay.
Yes.
yes.
Choo choo.
Zoop.
Very much, Lee.
Okay, take.
I like a game where you give gifts to your friends.
And to refill.
That's
Oh, you're not
okay.
Oh, thank you. I'm definitely on that one. That's lovely. You're my friend for life.
That one? It might be
the
that one.
greys. Let's take you. Let's take you.
Just take you.
We won't match, but we
I
don't.
like how I actually talk to
That's
the die.
so-
Yeah.
Great pleasure.
I also
Always
need,
towards the game.
I also need that.
Yeah, we
That's
drafted.
part of playing solo.
We all taken?
Then
Yeah.
Okay.
So that one's going to go
If
hither.
you're playing solo and
That
you're
one's gonna
talking to
go
your
thither.
opponents, then just don't surprise
I
yourself.
talk to the dice and the.
Talk to the trees.
Let's go there.
It's King Crimson, wasn't it? Thank you very much. Do I love that?
Oh,
I
I
do
don't.
love that, Chris.
You
I
get
don't love these
Consider
dice.
yourself hugged and kissed many times.
That's quite nice.
I want this one. That is the answer to all my dreams, that one. Oh, but I want that one as well. Oh, flip.
They're all the wrong colour.
I can always do that.
They're all the wrong colour.
We're running out of time too. Huh?
Oh, dearie me.
This is the 5th take.
Out of 8.
Let's just go with that.
Oh, flip. There isn't going to be another one of those coming, is there?
I've got my lion.
So I'm going to
I've got
go
my
with
penguin.
this.
As my panda.
Everybody
There's
taken?
You.
Mhm.
So there must be a colour this time.
Yeah.
You're going to put there. And you. Just gonna
I'm going
sacrifice.
to change
the
that to a
corner.
6. Oh, that's a big mistake, I think, doing that.
Oh, no, I can't put anything on that, but. Breeding ground and all that.
Beep beep.
I've done it now. It's too late. I've made a big mistake.
It's too late, man. Game over. Game over.
Oh, I like that tone.
Gotta take that.
Did I take everything I was meant to take? I'm passing 3 to
So
you.
you're passing 3, yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
You need 2 on there?
I've already taken one off.
Ah, okay. Good, good, good.
Right. Everybody take.
You
Guns have been jumped.
and.
I knew that was coming.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
don't
one,
want
so I'm going to take that one there.
Does this make any sense to the people watching online? We're just a bunch of mumblers at this point.
Take that. There we go. There.
Oh, no,
You
that's
can't
interesting.
use a die. Does it stay in the north or west, or
Nope.
do you? Lose?
If you can't use it, it goes.
Yeah, don't draft it if you can't use it.
Okay, I'm doing clever stuff.
Like clever stuff.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Because what I'm doing is I'm placing that first, which gets me this, which then allows me to place the 6 on there, which I wouldn't have been able to do.
Are we placing?
Yes.
Can I have a yellow and a black watchtower, please? Thank you.
I'm not doing clever stuff.
Anyone else? Jimi Hendrix stuck in the head? Anyone? Anyone?
Yeah.
You need to think.
Watchtower. Bob Dylan.
Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
So
did a cover of
you
it.
weren't allowed to place that on there until the watchtower was there. Was it
Oh,
there?
it was already there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Right,
our
you,
answer.
you do that.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
I'm sorry. No, I hadn't put it down. Yeah.
Right.
You say you prefer Jimi Hendrix version?
I'm Seattleite. Gotta stick to home.
I see.
Okay, so well, that's interesting.
Let's take you.
I don't know. These are very good.
That is
I think
interesting.
I have to have it anyway.
You're interesting.
I need to take this
Gotta do this
for
first.
future stuff.
We've got another. Yeah.
There's only one more
Yeah.
left, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess
Take
this
all
is the
the
better
dice out.
one.
At least one.
And then when I get that next, it's not the worst. I've seen worse.
Maybe abandon
Oh, actually.
those. No, I don't think I should abandon those. Oh,
Don't abandon the animals, Mark.
not
selected.
yeah.
Yeah.
Selected. Install the tiger.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Does the tiger agree?
You go there. Let's put you there, actually.
My understanding is that the tiger does not agree. You will not get it done.
Okay, passing the last one.
Dun, 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 dun.
I might have that one then.
I guess I know what I'm taking.
One.
And this has got to be.
My dice are too low.
Let's take you. I think.
Oh, these should be replaced. This would have given me a few more choices, wouldn't it?
I don't know if I should be excited that I did this or commiserative.
Building.
Yep.
Flip that to turn that into a 6. You can come down. I'm going to say this, and it's going spectacularly wrong, but I think I'm getting this a bit better than I did last time. Last time we played.
wrong.
Yeah, that was an
Fantastic.
unintended pun as
Fantastic.
well.
How many people in the dungeon? That's the question.
Full marks.
Okay,
Full
so
marks.
you have an opportunity now to use any of these that you want to before scoring.
And that's basically just to increase the values.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, the 1 is not a multiplier. It's just going to be added to the set there. So using
Correct.
this to increase it is plus 1 point.
Correct.
Okay. So the ones that I would want to...
And then another point at the end of the game.
Yeah, the ones that I would want to increase are the ones that are going to score multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Either because they're part of path to scoring or next to a watchtower or part of this.
So but the problem is I'm nervous about using them now because I kind of want to
Yeah.
save them for when and you can use
So
2 on the same die.
with the forgotten what the groups are called now. So could you,
Habitats.
you placed it with a 2, but could you then change it to be a
No, the
bigger
die has to
multiplier?
still be legal.
Right. Okay. Fine.
I don't
So-
think I'm going to use them then.
I'm not.
I'm not.
So total value of all dice that can trace a path through dice back to the centre.
29. $36.
28 for me, I think.
29,
28
Yes,
for
please.
me as well.
28.
Very-
Right,
very
okay,
close.
so now we go into stage 2. Stage 2, refill supply boards. So 4 dice, 1 of each colour, put on the spaces outside of the dotted line. And then in a 2 to 4 play game, 4 more dice placed inside the dotted line.
So it's only dice now.
And 1 of each.
Oh, so we don't use everything in the second
We
half.
won't use everything from here, but we will use everything from
I'm only 25 actually. Sorry.
So it's
25.
I
Thank you very much,
just
sir.
had one of my 5s twice, seemingly.
that's just called good accounting.
Oh, we should do it in order, shouldn't we? Does it matter?
Yeah, doesn't matter. Oh, sorry, yeah. You should. Oh, no, does it matter?
I don't think it
Why
does.
not?
No, I don't think it does.
Unless there's a restriction to
No,
take
there
an
isn't.
inside or outside die
No.
first, in which case
No.
it's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant.
Right. So, 7 turns left.
Do you think Caveman used to address the mastodon in a room?
Very good.
Yeah.
Can't great turn the 1 into a 6. Right, yes, you could, but then it wouldn't be a legal placement. Because breeding grounds can only have a 1 or a 2 on them.
Freeze a crowd in the breeding grounds. Well,
So there is still 1 of each left.
but only.
Right.
Right, ready?
Maybe.
Take tiles.
Oh, I've left myself. Oh,
Or
that was silly. I have been silly.
That's got to be that, because that's the only one of those that exists.
Look at the cute cat. I'm sure it's not a cat. It's an Arctic fox. Yeah.
Quite different from the cat. No idea with you.
Let's
Yes,
take
I
you
do.
from there.
This isn't quite working as well as last time I played.
And let's take you, I think.
The dice make a big difference,
They do.
obviously.
They do. I am going to be greedy, and it might backfire. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take that. Okay.
I'm just going to
Yep.
working out a second. I'm just wondering if that should be possible for me to do that. That's reliant on that going round twice. It's not going to go round twice. It might. It might.
Carousel.
Yeah, let's do it.
Everybody build, install.
Woohoo!
Thank you, sir.
So I think we take that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should have been looking.
I can't take that, so we take from this. It's going to be that. Although.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll do.
What's going round? What's going
Let's go
round?
with that.
Oh, rubbish.
Let's go with
Only
that.
terrible things.
What's coming round? Coming round.
We all taken?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
No,
wait a minute.
actually,
There
I'm
is
gonna
just
change
one
my
other
mind,
thing I need
sorry.
to do as well. I need to do this. Because I'm seeing what's coming.
Okay, building.
Oh, yeah.
That's not really worth a lot of points. Why did you do that, Steve? Oh well.
Why is it the boards are much nicer than what I've got?
Well,
Right.
what you've got is the stuff you haven't wanted this whole time, right?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the reason.
Take you.
This is ridiculous
I
what
have
I'm
to take
doing.
that.
Yeah. And let's take that.
No, this is all a bit
Anyways,
rubbish.
what about that? Say something for yourselves.
Maybe I don't need to do that just yet. Maybe there is a chance it could come good.
Look at this guy, 3 watchtowers.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can see from above.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
placement.
So my what's it?
Me too.
Like the dice are actually correct.
Putting it over there. Yep.
4 turns left.
Terrifying.
Can't tell me what to do.
Oh, God, though. I want that and I want that. I can manipulate that grey, though.
Watchtowers, schmotchtowers.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Any way that I'm going to build? There is no way I can build, actually. That's okay. It's alright.
Build.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right, I take it back.
So, desperately, I need 2 of those things.
3 turns left.
3 turns left.
And that's never coming around again, so I'm having that. Unlike Fleetwood Mac. Am I giving up on my hopes on that? I probably am.
You can only place on an animal when there's a watchtower, can't you?
You can only put a 6
You
next
can
to
put
a
any number.
watchtower. You can put any number.
Any number you want on the blade.
No, but basically what I'm saying is I can't put anything on this.
You can. You definitely
Yeah.
can.
Oh, can
You
you?
can, 1 to 5.
Yes.
But not, yeah, just not,
Not
a
a
6.
six.
But I can reduce it down. Let's take that then. I do with the blue dice, though. I don't want that. Let's just post the penguin, I guess. Okay. Yep.
So I can put this anywhere. It's a bit sad, but oh no, that's fine. We're doing this one.
I suppose.
2 goes left.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That can't be right.
Mm-hmm. That loud rhythmic sound is your heart in your ears. It's gotta be that one. Might as well do that.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oops.
Do.
That's
12.
Do you know what the yellow was on here? I can probably watch back, can't I? What was it before I knocked it?
So that's 12 points. That's 9 points.
So it was a 4. Was it a 4? Let's just scroll back. Nope. That's just before I knocked it.
Yeah, it was a 4.
Was it a 4?
Yep.
Okay. Excellent.
If I do this, where am I going to go with? Okay. All right. I'm just going to be content with that.
Inray says it was a 6. Okay. I believe you. You've got a better quality video than me. So I've taken that one.
Building time?
I'll take that one. Yeah, building time.
and you're going there. I hadn't even paid attention to the animals. Oh,
I didn't
Oh.
until my 4th game.
it's too late now.
Yeah, it was something. Right, last turn of the game.
Although do I have an active box? Yes.
And it doesn't matter if you have a die on it or not. It's just if it's
Nope.
present on your
If
board.
it's- yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it must be you.
That's the way I've been playing it anyway. But as
So
long as you've got the tile, it counts.
So I've got 4 rhinos.
There's nothing in it.
You told me if I got 4 rhinos, I'd automatically win.
Did I?
Yeah.
Using the
Rhino
4
party.
the 4 rhino strategy.
Crash.
He's overpowered. That's what they nerfed it.
Nicely managed to wrap
6-4
that down.
trample? No.
Got nowhere to put that,
8-4
so
trample. You haven't used any of those things
it's
yet.
gone.
I haven't, but I
I've got-
will be doing.
I've got mine now. I'm going to do something with these.
Building.
I've done mine.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So maybe that would
So-
be 4. No, when before. So
I'm going to use that to turn the 1 to a 6.
Nope. I can't use that. So this one to a 4.
Guess
And this one. Be a
this
2.
one has the
Use
most
that
points.
to turn that 1 to a 6. Use that to turn that 1 to a 6. I'll use that to turn that 1 to a 6. And I'll use that to turn that 1 to a 2.
I read them and weep, boys.
Okay, so the green foresty habitats. So the value of the dice multiplied by the number of breeding grounds.
8 for me.
Same.
7, 8, 9, 14.
28.
28.
I got 6, 8, 27 multiplied by 2, 54.
8 seems pretty good right now.
Right. Deserty stuff.
It's very, very well.
Yes, it's gone well.
7.
20.
11, 12, 13. 13 for me.
48.
48.
Hmm.
You got 3 breeding grounds?
Nice.
Nice.
It's where my grey one.
Water.
10,
8.
10, 11. 11 for me.
38.
63.
What? You got 3 breeding grounds again. 63.
6,
But no towers, Paul. That's my property. Got 1 tower.
Oh, okay.
6, 12, 14, 16, 18.
And 4 rhinos.
And 4 rhinos. Design's it. Applies to west 2 and tiles. If you don't want them, you may turn 6 to 1. Yep, got it. Imre says the 1 to a 6 in this situation was on a 1-2 spot. Where? Has somebody cheated and turned a 1 to a 6 that was on a breeding ground?
I don't have a 6 on reading ground.
No,
The other-
I haven't.
No, I've only got them. Breed 2, 2, 2.
No, I think we're all good.
2, 2 and a 1.
Yeah, no, we're all good.
All mine look good.
Grey, 0.
69.
69.
Yeah.
6.
So what's that? 23 multiplied by 3?
Thanks,
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Gray.
How many?
With
for
beating
grey?
grounds.
6.
18 plus 4 is 22 times 1 breeding ground is 22.
Right. Watchtowers. So,
Some of the dice are on watchtowers.
yeah.
12, 18, 24, 34.
46. Don't know why I didn't put a die there, but
I have an even 50.
50.
Oof, nice.
That's good.
Thirty.
Watchtowers.
34 for me.
34.
17.
17.
That was
Right,
my
and
weakest.
then animals. So at this point, you can just take all of the tiles off.
But I built this.
I know. Take a photo quickly.
What? I built this.
It was spectacular.
4 rhinos.
I'm
It
counting
was.
here. 1, 2.
Oh, we got. Oh no, that's hippos, not rhinos.
Don't have a deer yet.
I got 2
Oh,
deer. I'll
that
swap you a
good.
deer for something. They won't mind.
Wood for sheep.
Nobody's listening.
Do I
What
have a panda yet? No.
I got 2 pandals.
Muskox? No.
Don't forget, you've also got your beginning
Gorilla.
thing.
Yes. That counts as
Not got
a
a
type
gorilla.
of animal.
Ooh, there's 2 different types of AP. Oh, that's a sloth.
I get 13 points. That's so rubbish.
I've done this. Look.
I only did one
2,
better than
3,
you.
4, 5, 6,
And you
7,
got
8, 9,
great scores
10.
and habitats.
Mm.
So you're
11.
still in with a shout, I
He's
think.
got this.
I mean, he's Paul.
Yeah, but I've never played this well before.
6.
He says every time he plays.
I've
No.
got 13.
So last time I didn't get any for animals. I think these are all unique. They can't be. Surely not.
We've got a rhino there and a
There you
rhino
go.
there.
I got
so
3
they're not
rhinos.
all-
So there's the yellow ones. They're unique. They're the blue ones. They're unique. Ah, there you go. Got 4 of them through there. Right. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 51.
Wow.
Only
That's
21.
very well played.
21.
13 for me. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I was
9,
really
10,
stuffed by
yeah,
not enough
11.
low yellow ones.
Okay. So how many different animals you got?
I've already said I've got a total of 13 points.
13. Okay, right. Scores on the doors.
You would last me because you're going to
Do
win.
mine last.
Yeah.
Okay. So Stevie, you've got 29, 37, 44, 82, 84, 104, 154, 175.
Sounds good because it was the
That's a
first
good
one written
score.
down.
That's not good, isn't it?
Chris, 53, 66, 77. 77 plus 70 would be 147, minus 146, 150, 180, 193.
Oh, at least I'm not
Doesn't
dead
sound
last.
so good
At least I'm
anymore.
not dead last this.
Don't forget, you've got 3
28.
people in the dungeon still.
Oh, yeah. 28, 36, 84, 87, 147, 153, 160, 170, 183. So 90, 110, 118. So 118 plus 46. My brain's just stopped.
It's
118 plus 50, 168 minus 4, 164 plus 51, which is 250.
Nice. Is that
Yeah,
first time anybody got up 200 points?
I think
What are the other
so.
scores, Paul? 'Cause I didn't do much worse than I did before.
167.
and
Yeah,
was
that
the
was a
winning
winning
score
score
as well.
last time we played. He's quite high scoring.
what a lot.
199.
Okay. Was that me?
Uh,
MA? No.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
184. 186. So that's the first time we've broken
Wow.
200.
That was beautiful for
I
you.
think I did
3
a lot better
towers.
than the last
And if
time.
anybody's
So-
watching who doesn't believe scores should go into the 3 digits, we all had fun.
Yeah.
So what worked for me is taking 1s and turning them to 6s.
Yeah.
Because around the watchtowers, they were effectively scoring for me twice.
Yeah.
Because they scored for the area and then they scored again for the watchtower. And I did that, I think, 3 times. Turned a
Yeah.
1 to a 6. So I was you were passing me lots of green 5s and 6s and stuff. And I built the watchtowers early, which means I could put the 6s down.
Yeah.
Right at the
But yeah.
beginning, I re-rolled my yellow 6, forgetting that I needed a 6.
Oh, right.
I see you saying that, but the largest score for any habitat was yours. So
63.
No.
69.
69,
Oh,
63.
yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
I stopped myself being able to build a third watchtower, so I kind of had to just double down on making the grey
It was the
one
animals
big
that did it
with
for me.
silver
I built
man.
one watchtower.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the expansion, the modules.
Advanced mode?
Yeah, advanced mode. I've never played with these, so I don't know how they work. But if you want to take some of the gold tiles out, I will quickly read them.
We playing again, are we?
No, I'm going to go and get food. I'll just explain how they work. So this is mission mode. Well, first of all, you can play with the other side of the board, which is a bit harder. And I think if you have players of different skill levels,
Yep.
so I could have played on this side of the board, while you played on the normal side of the board. It's a bit harder. The mission mode. So after setup, but before the final preparations, you randomly deal one mission tile from each set. So we have A, Bs, and Cs. Each player will get an A, a B, and a C.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any remaining mission tiles are returned to the box. Some missions have requirements that apply to dice values.
like this, I have a group of 4 4s.
These may inform if stroke how players re-roll the dice in their personal display during final preparation. So you see these before deciding to re-roll any dice. During final scoring, you get the points listed on each mission whose criteria you currently meet. See the appendix for a list of all the missions.
So this is a group of 4 4s. This is an area of all 4 habitats next to each other. This is 5 value 2 dice. This is
That's going to be
It's got-
greater than 12 on all of
all your
dice, I
colors.
guess.
Sums are greater than 12. Yeah.
I think this might make it a game that I would play far more frequently. I think this makes it a lot
With
of a better
this,
game.
I think for
Yeah.
some people, yes, I like the simplicity of the base game.
But to be fair,
I'd happily play the base game a dozen times and not need.
do you think so?
This, for me,
No,
yeah.
This is a row or column
I'm slightly with you,
that
I
has
think.
5
Yeah,
I might
different
add a bit
animals
too
and
much
4
to-
different habitats.
For my brain.
This
But,
is really straightforward though.
It is,
It's easy.
but
to market.
I don't know whether my brain could handle.
yeah.
But it might be that you'd say, actually, I'm going to stuff
Oh.
this and I'm going to do this instead.
Yeah,
I like these as well. I think
Yeah.
this is me.
there you go. So
What's
this is
This is one habitat surrounded by 4 tiles of a different habitat.
Yeah.
Which I think I had on.
there you go. So this was not a
Can I
sponsored
have a
video.
quick-
One of the designers is in the chat,
Oh,
but
who's that?
Elif,
Hello, Elif. Great game, Elif. Good fun.
I like it. I think it's great. Chili Fox and also Porter Games do really good games generally.
Yeah,
and I
Come
think
Together
this-
was last year.
Come
year
Together was
before.
last year,
It was
which
quite
was-
Oh, you need
fantastic.
to have all 3 dice around the watchtower to score it.
Yeah.
What?
You only had 2 around it.
Did I get a rule wrong?
So I think Paul now gets minus 100 points for that. And Chris wins. Well done, Chris.
I didn't realise that. Final scoring Watchtower. If there are fewer than 3 dice around the Watchtower, it scores 0 points.
Oh.
So I'm 12 off. So 203.
Oh, you still got over 200. Thank
Still
you
got
for
over
that.
200.
You really ruined his day, Elif.
Thank you for that. I didn't know that rule, but also I've never not had a Watchtower surrounded by dice.
Yeah.
Until
Yeah.
now.
It's
Until
kind of an inefficient, well, it's definitely an inefficient way of doing it.
It is.
It scores you nothing.
And to be honest, I would have put that die on there instead of where it
Yeah.
was. No, knowing that.
It's nearly a family game.
I think it's
It's nearly.
almost. What are those?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm assuming
They just have a
when
player
it's-
marker on it. Is it
Solo.
get a
random?
goal.
Solo game.
Oh, solo.
There is a solo mode, and it takes up to 6 as well.
I think that because there's 2 different ways of scoring, it just makes it that more complex. Because you get your head around one idea, and then suddenly you've got
Yes.
another idea to get your head around.
Yeah.
Um.
But it's borderline family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you can play it with little ones, but you can play it certainly with teenagers.
But there's very few family games which I feel are actually good for gamers.
Yeah.
I think
And I
this
think
would
it
work
is.
as a family game or even a teenager game if you're willing to play the first game or 2 where you let everybody take turns when they're building and explaining
Yes,
why
yeah,
they're putting
yeah,
things
yeah,
there,
yeah.
and you look over and like, oh, if you put this here, it's connected to other things, blah 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 blah. I think it would ease itself in pretty.
I mean,
Yeah.
Barron
Yeah.
Park is a similar weight, I feel.
Mhm.
It's got, and also the tile laying and things like that, it's got a little bit of that kind
The
of.
hard part about Barron Park is putting all of the tiles back in the box.
Mm.
They
Because there's not enough room.
They just don't.
Yeah. Cool. Right, we're all done. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to Chili Fox for supporting the channel. wasn't a sponsored video, but thank you very much for the copy of the game. There are also, this is going to be in the Gridcon library, and there's going to be a copy of this in the Gridcon raffle as well. So
Coming soon to my shelf.
That's good.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be back tonight. Me and Mark are going to be playing Gaia Project with the expansion at 7 o'clock. So in an hour and a half from now, 2-player Gaia Project with the expansion, that is going to be happening.
And Gaia Project is fantastic, and the expansion just brings so much to it.
So we've got to pack this away, get food, set Gaia Project up, and then I've got to remember how to play. We've got an hour and a half. Should be fine. Tune in at 7 o'clock tonight for Gaia Project with the expansion, and we'll be back tomorrow with more live streams. Civolution, the new Feld game. That's happening in the afternoon. We'll see you
Something
then.
random in the morning.
Cheers, guys.
Bye,
See you later on. Bye.
Bye bye.